I'm Brooke, and I'm a member at Abundant Life Church, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about one of the miracles I've received in my life. About a year and a half ago, I was having some symptoms of shortness of breath. I was very dizzy a lot, and in the shower, I would get these blurry spots, and I'd feel like I was going to faint. Eventually, I went to see my primary doctor, and she referred me to a cardiologist. I did go to that cardiologist, and she felt my symptoms were strong enough to have an echocardiogram to find out what was going on with my heart, if there was some reason that I was having these symptoms. I then had the echocardiogram about a week later. I got the results a week after that, and they had told me that I had a bicuspid aortic valve. Now, that may seem like a weird term, but let me just explain. A bicuspid aortic valve means that you don't have everything you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a tricuspid aortic valve, and I had a bicuspid aortic valve. So this meant that my heart would eventually start filling up with blood and not pumping it out. So what happens then is that in order to fix this problem, you have to get surgical treatment, whether it be a mechanical valve or a pig valve placed in your heart to help pump the blood out. It's a very serious procedure, and a lot of people don't last very long with those kinds of valves and generally have to get them replaced. So I was very scared, and they said in 6 months from that time they would like me to come back, and not to check how bad or if I was getting better, but to check when I would need surgery to monitor that bicuspid aortic valve. So during the time frame from the first echocardiogram results that I got to the 6 months between when I had my next echocardiogram, I prayed and I fasted, and I really sought miracles that God can provide for people. So during that time frame, that 6 months, my symptoms would sometimes get better. Sometimes they would get worse. And I would think, God's not going to do a miracle in my life. I'm not that special person. So I was worried. I was scared. But I kept my faith and belief in God, knowing that anyone is capable of getting his great miracles. And so I continued to pray. I never gave up hope. I had my family, my church family, praying with me. I put special requests in. I fasted for days at a time. My husband would fast for me. My mom and dad would, and my sister. And we all prayed that I would be able to get good news when I went back. So I went back 6 months later, which felt like a lifetime. It felt like years. And that 6 months, when I went in for my echocardiogram, they said I'd have the results 1 week later. When the lady called 1 week later to give me the results, she said these exact words: "I don't know how this is possible, but your echocardiogram shows that you not only have a tricuspid aortic valve, but everything is working perfectly." And I am just so thankful that God blessed me and gave me the miracle of a new heart, and I'm so thankful, and I just want everyone to know that everyone is capable of getting any kind of miracle you need.